Vietnam, October 19, 1967. I have joined U.S. Army combat forces on a mission that in all likelihood will result in contact with enemy forces. Today, Charlie Company begins its movement toward Hill 877, a key terrain feature overlooking multiple approach routes used by enemy forces. The company advances through thick jungle terrain, maintaining interval and constant observation of the surrounding vegetation. Leadership monitors spacing to prevent bunching as the column moves uphill. Reports from previous patrols indicate enemy harassment fire in the area, requiring increased attention during the approach. As the elevation increases, the terrain limits visibility and movement. Squad leaders adjust their formations to maintain coverage. Soldiers rotate positions to manage fatigue on the incline. Communications are checked regularly due to interference caused by the terrain. The objective is to reach the designated clearing zone on the ridgeline, where engineering tasks will begin once security is established. Upon reaching the objective, squads break off to establish a 360-degree perimeter. Automatic riflemen and machine gun teams select firing positions, covering likely enemy avenues of approach. Radio operators confirm contact with supporting units. Once security is verified, the remainder of the company prepares for landing zone development. Soldiers begin clearing operations using axes, machetes, and saws. Vegetation interfering with helicopter approach paths is removed first. Larger trees are cut down and pushed to the perimeter. Brush is gathered and moved outside the central clearing area. Engineers evaluate the ground for slope, debris, and rotor hazards. The goal is to complete a landing zone large enough for resupply aircraft to land safely. Cut teams work in shifts to maintain speed while minimizing fatigue. During clearing operations, enemy forces initiate intermittent small arms fire from concealed positions beyond the work area. Rounds impact near the perimeter, prompting soldiers to take cover and identify the angle of attack. Fire is brief and chaotic, seeming to lack coordination, indicating harassment rather than an organized assault. Perimeter teams respond with controlled fire, directed at likely enemy positions to disrupt further activity. No maneuver is ordered because the enemy fire does not escalate. The priority remains maintaining security and completing the landing zone. Despite sporadic fire, clearing efforts continue. Charlie Company continues its task methodically, balancing defensive readiness with the requirements of the mission. During the fighting, Charlie Company takes casualties. Medics respond immediately, conducting triage and applying field treatment. Security personnel maintain watch while medical teams work. Wounds are stabilized using standard procedures. Casualties are prioritized based on severity, and preparations for evacuation begin. Company leadership sends an urgent request for medical evacuation, providing coordinates, number of wounded, and assessment of the landing zone's readiness. Radio operators transmit the necessary information to coordinating aircraft. Aviation assets acknowledge and begin routing to the site. Ground forces continue removing the last obstructions to ensure a safe approach corridor. Colored smoke is prepared to mark wind direction and landing coordinates upon aircraft arrival. A helicopter approaches and reduces speed as it nears the clearing. The crew chief evaluates the landing zone while maintaining communication with the pilot. Once a safe descent path is confirmed, the aircraft lands. Medics and assigned litter teams transport casualties to the helicopter, ensuring secure loading under the supervision of the aircrew. The aircraft departs quickly to minimize exposure to possible enemy fire, heading directly to the forward medical station. A second aircraft is tasked with retrieving deceased personnel. Soldiers prepare remains according to procedure and transfer them to the helicopter. The extraction is conducted with coordination between ground and air elements to ensure timely removal. Once complete, the aircraft lifts off and the company resumes its tasks. The harassment fire experienced during the operation reflects common enemy tactics in this region. Instead of sustained engagements, small groups fire sporadically to delay operations, test reactions, and force American units to divert attention. This pattern is consistent with reports from adjacent companies operating along similar terrain features. Hill 877 remains a point of tactical value due to its elevation and visibility over supply routes. Maintaining control of the high ground restricts enemy movement and enables safer resupply operations for units in the sector. With the landing zone fully operational, Charlie Company conducts a final perimeter check. Engineers confirm all obstructions are cleared. Communications personnel notify battalion that the site is ready for continued use. Soldiers reorganize equipment and prepare to withdraw from the immediate work area. The company maintains defensive posture until extraction aircraft arrive for transport to the next objective. Charlie Company completes its mission on Hill 877. The landing zone is established, casualties have been evacuated, and the company holds control of the terrain. This operation aligns with the broader objective of maintaining mobility, resupply capability, and observation advantage throughout the region. Similar missions continue daily across Vietnam as American units secure high ground, disrupt enemy movement, and support ongoing operations in contested areas. Thanks for joining us tonight.